So, what are the most common challenges you see executors have when managing an estate?
First is when the deceased person, their family member, doesn't have a will. That is the most important part of being alive, is planning for your death, because if not, the family might have trouble deciding what to do. So, navigating those situations where the person hasn't given instructions to their family, and they might have multiple people who want to handle the estate for some reason. Being an executor, executrix is not a fun job, but people fight over it because it's a title and it's usually a little bit of income. So when someone dies without planning all of that, it's just opening everything up for drama during this time where people are already very emotionally charged and grieving and trying to plan things. So that's the first biggest challenge, is if somebody dies without a will. That the drama is still possible if someone dies with a will, but if they have their estate planning ironclad and done, then there's not really a question as to how it's going to go. People can't fight over things. And we'll get more into what are those things that people are fighting over, not just the title of the executor and maybe some compensation that they get, but stuff too. Real estate, personal property, sentimental items, things like that.
I see. So, I work a lot with executors. I know from working closely with them all the work that that entails, and it is not for the faint of heart. Do you think it's just for that title that people are kind of fighting over who gets to be the executor? Because I think if they knew what all that goes into it and how much work it is, maybe they wouldn't want that title.
Yeah, there's various reasons. I would say the number one that I hear from my clients are trust factors. So it'll typically be the eldest child, but the eldest child may not be the most honest. They might not have a great relationship with their siblings. So that in and of itself, even if they do their job perfectly with as an executor and do everything by the book, there's still that lack of trust in the family. And if every step of the way in an estate administration is questioned, it gets costly. It takes longer for everybody to wrap it up and move on with their lives. So yeah, it's probably a trust factor. It's probably a relationship thing for the most part. There are, though, estates where the only people who are getting money are, say, Medicaid, and the legal fees are being paid and the executor fees are being paid. And that's about it. Of course, taxes are always paid. That's in a different category in and of itself. But if somebody's getting personal care into their home, they're probably paying for it through Medicaid. So we're in Pennsylvania now, which that's all overseen by the Department of Human Services. And somebody might not know that their parent's getting care. And once they go to administer the estate, they realize there's no money left over for anyone. But the person administering it is going to get about 3%, maybe 6% if there are co executors to split it. So sometimes, yes, it could be money. They might be the only ones getting money, but it's so much work. It's a pittance what they're getting paid for all the work that they do, so it's almost not worth it.